Section 9 of the Rural Magazine and Literary Evening Fireside, Volume 1, Number 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Rural Magazine and Literary Evening Fireside, Volume 1, Number 1, by Various. From Niles Weekly Register. Cotton, rice, tobacco, sugar, wine. The National Intelligencer informs us that in New York 133 bushels of Indian corn have been gathered this year from 1 acre, and 714 bushels of potatoes from 1 acre. This has led to the following statistical facts. Cotton. In 1817, the export of cotton from the United States was 85,649,328 pounds, more than 85 million. 1 acre yields, at a moderate estimate, 250 pounds of clean cotton. The whole export, therefore, is the product of only 535 square miles. This is less than the 108th part of Georgia, and less than the 520th part of the cotton regions of the U.S. Rice. The maximum export of rice was 73,329 tierces in 1790, or 43,997,400 pounds, nearly 44 million pounds. This, on an average crop, is the produce of only 65 square miles, which is less than the 440th part of South Carolina, and less than 2/3 of the District of Columbia. Tobacco. The maximum export of tobacco was 12,428 hogsheads in 1791. A hogshead is about 1,000 weight, and, on average, 1 acre will yield 1 hogshead. The export, therefore, was the product of about 176 square miles, which is less than the 363rd part of Virginia. Each of the 97 counties of that state contains, on an average, more than 659 square miles, namely, more than 3 times the quantity of land which furnished the above export. Sugar. Such is, generally, the fertility of the equinoctial regions of America, that all the sugar consumed in France, estimated at 20 million kilograms, about 54 million pounds, may be produced on an extent of 7 square leagues, which is not equal to 1/30th part of the smallest department of France. Wine. About 1,600,000 arpents, or 1,350,400 acres, are in France employed in the culture of the vine. The value of the annual product is about $100,800,000, at about 20 cents a gallon. In 1790, Bordeaux alone exported more than 15 million gallons of wine. The 1,600,000 arpents are less than 1/80th part of France, and less than 1/20th part of Pennsylvania. The value of the annual product of these 5 interesting articles may be thus estimated. Cotton, at 15 cents, $12,847,399. Rice, $20 a tierce, $1,466,580. Tobacco, $60 a hogshead, $6,745,680. Wine, 20 cents a gallon, $100,800,000. Sugar consumed in France, at 10 cents a pound, $5,400,000. $127,259,659. For the product of these articles the following quantities of land are cultivated, namely, for cotton, 555 square miles, rice, 65 square miles, tobacco, 176 square miles, sugar, 63 square miles. Wine, 2,110 square miles. 2,969 square miles. This is little less than 3/4 of the state of Connecticut. The authority for cotton, rice, and tobacco is Saybert's Statistical Annals, and the personal information of gentlemen of experience in the culture of those articles. For sugar I have the authority of Humboldt's Essai Politique. For wine I depend on Chaptal, his treatise theoretical and practical on the culture of the vine, and the art of making wine, brandy, spirits of wine, and vinegars, simple and compound, is a truly classic work, in which he had the aid of Rosier, Parmentier, and Desier. It contains all that the chemist, or botanist, or vine cultivator, or enlightened statesman can reasonably ask or wish to know. It is in 2 octavo volumes, of about 500 pages each, with 21 plates. This admirable treatise should be translated for the use of our fellow citizens who occupy our wine-yielding regions, for, in a few years, the United States will produce wine for their domestic consumption and exportation. A revolution of our planet on its axis would present to the eye of an observer, at the distance of a few thousand miles, a few spots or specks, China or Holland, fully cultivated. The rest would be as a desert. Pauperism in England, now so extensive and so dangerous, is fulfilling the prophecies of Goldsmith's deserted village. Political economy, says Jean Baptiste Say, is founded on statistical knowledge, or what is the same thing, history, and that the American Confederacy will have the glory of proving that the loftiest policy is in accordance with moderation and humanity. The most active mind has not yet conceived an adequate idea of the vast resources of the United States. Washington City. End of section 9.